Hello people, my name is Rage, and welcome one and all to Tavern Brawl. This one I think is going to be a curious one, and I'm kind of 50-50, because last week was the awesome Christmassy presents one, and now, a few days from Christmas, what's going to top that? So that's kind of making me thinking that maybe they'll just kind of, go for a repeat, so we'll see. Yeah, you see what I mean? Oh, Randomonium! Randomonium, to be fair, was an incredibly fun brawl, so I guess I don't mind too much. And of course, I'm on my NA because Blizzard hates you. But as it's a brawl that just gives you random cards, it's absolutely fine. We don't have to build our own deck, so it literally matters not one jot. So fortunately, it's all cool. And a lot of you guys were like, dude, just do it on EU, have your cards, it's more fun. We'll watch it because we like you. And that really meant a lot, guys, so thank you. So until I get an actual collection on NA, if it's a build your own deck, I will record it on EU. If it's a, here's a deck, have fun, then obviously there's no reason not to do it on NA. So let's start off then, as a druid against Beast. Good old Beast. Everyone likes Beast. A Scenarius and a Naturalize. Kind of, you know, two sides of the spectrum there. I'm going to keep the Scenarius just in case it randomly gets reduced to like 1, 2, 3 mana and we can just annihilate instantly. I think if I have to play it early, the Trents makes the most sense, but I've also been known to be entirely wrong before. Seriously, I sometimes get very, very wrong. But that's okay in our lovely architectural land. Oh, that can pop up. That seems like very poorly made. Oh, I see. Okay, alright then. Pleasant Feast of Wintervale. Honestly, just very, very pleasant feast. We'll start with the Direwolf. That makes the most sense, given that it's the only viable thing to play, because we don't want to waste our Lance Carrier here. So this Squire's going to run up and try and put armor and a sword to a wolf. He's basically going to try and turn it into Sif, which is quite amusing. Come on, get reduced to a tiny amount. Oh, I mean, I'm glad he got the perfect low roll, but I'd still prefer some awesome. Let's speed up, alright? Let's speed up this brawl. Let's really ramp us both. I think that's good, because, you know, that'll be kind of a weird technique in a fight. You can, like, suddenly get a massive burst of strength and get really strong, but in exchange of that, you've also got to do the same thing to your opponent. So, I guess, in theory, in a fight like that, in a true 1v1, it wouldn't really change the outcome. It would just make everything look more impressive. But then again, that is what we want to see in a fight. I mean, if anime has taught us anything, the more impressive you look while fighting, clearly, the stronger you are. I mean, that's just elementary. Alrighty, still 6 mana on that. That kind of sucks, but we do get to get a 1 mana Druid of the Claw, and, you know, a 1 mana 4/6 with Taunt, that's decent, you know. Maybe Hearthstone in 5 years, when power creepers got to the point that we're all playing 1 mana ridiculousness, we can actually see that as just kind of average. God, that would be awful. The game would be so ruined and so dead by then, it doesn't even bear thinking about. Does anything happen if you put enough money in this hole? It'd be cool if it just eventually filled up and you've just got that seriously massive amount of cash in there. He's actually going for it. I mean, I assume he's looking for a solution, which means he doesn't already have one. There's a solution! That's definitely a solution. Alright. Ooh, he took away his power boost for one hopefully powerful strike. I don't think that's going to work out too well for him, but we will see. We're going to naturalize that, like there. There we go, that's fine. Then we will use our hero power and attack and attack. And then, well, that can't physically go down to 4. At most, I can get this down to 3 even. At most, I can get it down to 4 by trading there. So, in that case, I may as well do that. Yes, I could protect this by killing that, but I'm not too bothered about protecting this. I'd rather have the extra mana crystal for a turn, just so I can start laying down these big, bad Beastie Boys. Yeah, these guys are actually the Beastie Boys. Did you know that secretly they are a half stag demigod and a sentient humanoid flaming tree? I bet you never thought that would be the case, but no, I know the truth. I know the truth! Ooh, Poor corrupted aspirant. That's so sad. Wait, what? Why do they cost the normal amount of mana? What? No! That is unfortunate. That is very, very unfortunate. Well, we'll play it just because we can. But at the same time, that's not great for us. It's really not great. I suppose what I'm going to do then is trade there. That way it can't grow enough that it can't be killed by Druid of the Fang. In fact, I'm going to hit it as well just to make sure that it would have to grow 4 times. You'd have to play 4 cards on 6 mana, and really, what are the chances? Famous last words, I know. Before he could kill that. Granted, if that grew 4 times, he'd probably smack me in the face with it, so I'd rather that not happen either way. There's one thing I don't want to... Oh my god, are you serious? Well, I mean, I know you're a beast, but come on. Hey, because, like, you thought I meant serious, like the expression, like the feeling, but I actually meant, like, what is his name called? I know, it's classic misdirection. Well, this should be interesting. We'll get the volcanic lumberer, like so. Actually, will we? Will we? Because this is going to go to a 6/6, and then hero power. So this would miss out on the +2/+2 buff to kill Mal'Ganis kind of nicely. So I don't suppose that's actually worth it. So I guess we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll give our other minions +2/+2 just to kind of make them at least a little bit relevant. We can get rid of that all lovely. In fact, this actually will mostly survive. That's kind of nice. Can get rid of the pit fighter. Yeah, Mal'Ganis still remains as a problem. I mean, the Lord of all Turtle Demons is here. And I'm kind of going to predict that we're going to lose this. But at least Mal'Ganis will have to hit the tree along with one of the other two. Probably the 2/3. Then my 6/1 can finish off the... In fact, that'll go back down to a 1/4, obviously, so it just ceases to be threatening. So, actually, on the current board state, if everything resolves how I want it to, I'm going to be ahead. But I have a lot less life and a lot less cards, so it's just not gonna... Oh my god, a 1-mana War Golem? Are you crazy right now? A 1-mana War Golem? Can we not? At least he did sacrifice his Mal'Ganis. The 2/3 is probably going to go into the 6/1. And yep, there it is. So my 5/8 isn't going to do well. It might do. It entirely depends what this Bomb Lobber does. In fact, this Bomb Lobber has no bad target, right? Well, now it's got a bad target. Oh, come on. Seriously? Moga the Ogre? That's just... that's going to go so horrifically wrong in so many ways. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because it doesn't matter who this goes on. Alright, well, don't Moga me. Yay! It didn't Moga the Ogre me. Oh, he might Moga the Ogre me. Okay. Whew. Oh no, it's minions. Thank God for that. I thought there was a chance that I'd be redirected to Moga himself and take 7 damage and effectively be in lethal range, assuming the 50%. Come on. Oh, he didn't activate the thing. Ooh. That's a problem. That's a definite problem. He can't miss if there's literally nothing to miss. And do you really need a summoning portal on top of all this? Well, at least we got the Volcanic Lumberer. That's kind of actually nice. Yeah! I might just survive because of that. I mean, if he doesn't have a Siphon Soul or anything of that caliber, we're okay. Well, actually, no. He might attack and then trigger Mogor, and then it might hit my face, and then we die anyway. I wonder if he'll see that as a potential lethal and actually go for it. Because I guess at this point there's no reason not to. Because I'd be trying to kill Moga myself next turn. But then again, I'm probably going to get 50%ed away. And there's just going to be a massive cycle of agony and terror. That's going to be a 9. That's going to be a 10-9. That's... Yeah, that's not bad. And then a tiny Night of Evil. It's not quite as threatening. I feel like that's probably the comic relief part of this. Oh, Jungle Moonkin, yeah. Well, I mean, at least we're not dead, right? Oh, God, we're so dead. I don't know what that laugh was. That was a laugh combined with a coughing fit that really has no place in modern society. But I'm going to make it work because think of the children. Think of them as they go through horrible experiences and laugh. Wait. Did I say that wrong? Oh no, not more Tiny Knights of Evil. Please, top deck. Oh my word, that's a good top deck. That's an acceptable top deck there. That is. Ooh, all right, that is cool. I could almost howl with delight. I see what I did there, but do you guys do? Do you guys do? Do you guys do? Sometimes I question myself. No, that's a complete lie. All the time, absolutely 100% of the time, I question myself. So the question is, Beast, question is, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Have you got the damage? Do you have 6 damage? No, you're actually going for Ice Howl. Drain life. I assume you've got then a Mortal Coil. This is a very convoluted way of killing him, but down he does indeed go, and I'm back to working off top decks. He's actually only got freaking 4 cards left. Come on. Oh, yeah. That makes me happy, because we survive the hit from the Salty Dog. And then Gruul can obviously kill the Salty Dog. So we're going to go down to 3 health, which is definitely a worry. We are going to need a very decent top deck, but he's only got 5 cards. If we could actually ride this wave of destruction and win, I'm going to be pretty happy. I'm going to be pretty damn impressed with myself. Oh no, he's going for it. Has he got Hellfire or something? Please, no. Please, not after all of this desperate fighting. Spider Tank's okay. My hero power saves me. Oh, now we have issues. Now I require... Come on! Oh my god, it actually happened. It actually freaking happened. So what I'm going to do then is 5 damage to you. There we go. We'll kill the Wrath card with Gruul. And then this armor up saves us from the Spider Tank. Come on. Come on, please let that be enough. Let this be one of the closest games ever. If I actually win this, this is going to be monumentally epic. Okay, Gorilla Bot, you know, it actually activates its Discover, so that kind of sucks for me because it gives him an extra card to work with. But I don't think it should be too much of an issue. Well, Sneeds is not bad, actually. But that doesn't change the fact that I actually pulled that off. Yeah, I am super psyched for that. I cannot believe that worked out for me. I'm so pleased right now. Oh, good times. Okay, let's go for a little bit of a hunt. I'm feeling hunt. I've not played Hunter in ages, actually. At least I don't think I have. But then again, I have no idea what I do ever. So I could have been playing Hunter constantly an hour ago and still be telling you this information because I have a serious problem. I do. I need somebody to deal with serious for me. That guy is being a prick, and he's the biggest problem in my life. Hey! Some more classic misdirection. High main, obviously good. We'll keep that, depending on... In fact, no, we'll keep Unleash the Hounds as well, because obviously this might be reduced to plenty playable mana cross. Mana cross? I can't even speak. Aussie Bon Scott. Aussie Bon Scott. Aussie Bon Scott. That's how you do it. That is how you do it. Oh, and a Sylvanas Windrunner on the cheap as well. This is going to be good. This is going to be very, very good. I like that your cards can't cost more mana, so... Oh, we lost the kite. I kind of forgot that that happened and genuinely got this. That's a 1 mana Iron Juggernaut followed by a 1 mana Korkron Elite. Now, I do have to bring up the question of... Seriously? Seriously? Seriously. I didn't even get to play. Oh, man, this was an amazing hand. And then this shenanigans. I'm doomed. I am absolutely doomed. I am so unbelievably, unequivocally dead. I mean, he can easily kill the lion with the Juggernaut. It only goes to 3. And now he's got the heart and soul of the Warsong Commander along with a Dragon King. What the hell, game? Calm it. You don't need to give him this kind of ridiculousness. You really, really don't. I mean, we just have to do this here. We don't really have a choice. We've got to get rid of at least something, but it's just not going to work. I mean, I'm going to be at least a little bit annoying and taunt up a 1-1 dog because I got this, and then I'm going to sit here and just cry into my hand as I look at these amazing cards that I can't play, while he's just getting an armada of 1-mana creatures. Oh, of course he top deck cleave. Of course, right there he top deck cleave. I feel like the universe itself is Ozzy Bon Scott playing this deck, and then he gets the weapon to perfectly clear the others, so you don't even have to take damage. Never mind trading. Who believes in trading? Who trades when there is face to be hit? I mean, granted, maybe it's because I'm a hunter that I'm getting this divine retribution upon myself, but I also have a distinct feeling that that was what the people in the business, the professionals, call utter and total bull. Okay, who shall we play? We'll go with Classic Mage, actually. Mage tends to be fantastic in a lot of brawls, especially if we get some early quality spells to start destroying everyone. I mean, if my hand wants to be 4 Pyroblast that cost 0 mana, I'm not going to worry about that. And, you know, you may ask why 4 when 3 is obviously enough, but, you know, it's about sending a message. You need to self-Pyroblast first. Okay, Lockwork. I mean, you sound more like a mech lock, but that's fine. Arcane Blast, Archmage with a coin. Alright, you know what? I'm going to keep this. Hopefully we get a cheap Archmage early on, and I can just kind of snowball from there. And hopefully I actually get a spell called Snowball, because that was a badass spell last Brawl. So we're in Snowy Christmas Ogrimmar, Rudolph the Red-Nosed, Attack Catapult. Not as catchy, but definitely more lethal. And now that somebody pointed this out, by the way, this balloon over here, the 2 bells are eyes, and this spiky bit is a beak, and it's just a big fat bird. That's all I can see. That is genuinely all I can see. That is a 3-mana Archmage. I'm just going to end my turn for now and hope beyond hope that nothing horrifically goes wrong and I can play some serious awesome. A 1-mana Drake is definitely annoying, but it's also not the end of the world. Though this, if this turns either of them into a 5/5, that is kind of, we're screwed level. Okay. Why is this happening again? What have I... Did my win last time just piss off so many people in the universe that I'm now not allowed to do anything? Because I have a distinct feeling that is somehow what's happening here. It's really quite upsetting. I mean, I've got to do it to that one, so we'll see. And then we're going to turn that into a squirrel. Well, technically helped. I mean, it actually did technically help. They've still got to trade with these. You know, he's raising everything by 3, so he can't physically play anything that doesn't cost 0. That kind of is a very perfect and nice Arcane Blast for him, but at the same time, we might just be fine, right? Totally, we're gonna be fine. I'm just getting bitten by a rabid squirrel, so that's good. I always did want to be bitten by a rabid squirrel. And the hero power to the face. Please, cost like nothing. Please, I need you to be incredibly cheap. Okay. Thank everything for that. Ooh, okay. Doomsayer's actually got a lot of potential here, but first we want a lovely, lovely spell. Forgotten Torch is the way to go, and then we'll pull out the Doomsayer just to threaten everything dying, because if he wants to kill my 6/3, then he's got to use his 4/3, so I clear that, and then the Mercenary wastes its turn killing the Doomsayer, he still can't really play anything, and then I hopefully have a 1-mana Antonidas into Forgotten Torch on the Mercenary, and then from there, we handle it. Whether that's going to happen, I just don't know. Because, I mean, in theory, unless he's got 1-mana cards there, he should be completely locked out of playing damn near anything. So he might just trade the Mercenary off. No, he is going for that. So it's happening exactly as I predicted. I knew it! Does he have a fallen hero? Shouldn't that be... Oh, I guess it's reduced and then increased. So that was reduced to 1 and then increased by 3. So I suppose that technically makes sense. Do I want to... Yeah, we'll Forgotten Torch that. It's about time we got rid of it. Yes, it might screw us over more than help us, but at the same time, we're going to take 7 damage anyway. I just need to wait until I can get a good Archmage, or at least a good Molten Giant, though I'm under no disillusion that we are going to die. Under no disillusion, that would mean I am not under an illusion, but I'm under no illusion also means that... Do both work, or is only one correct? I think this is something we need to think about. A 1-mana Aspirant is pretty good. especially with the Fallen Hero for that sweet, sweet hero power synergy. I mean, we might get a very cheap Flame Strike. If next turn we have a 1-mana Archmage and a 1-mana Flame Strike, then basically we're going to win the game. But, you know, that has to be very, very fortuitous for that to happen. At least we got the free Molten Giant. Is that going to be your turn? Are you done now? Oh, wow, you're actually done now. That's quite interesting. And I have, obviously, a very, very nice turn here. I can actually bloody do something. If that Flame Strike stays at 2, there's a very good chance we can Archmage and Flame Strike, which obviously is a pretty good turn. And he'll be scared I'm holding a dragon, so he might really overcommit to killing Chillmore here. At the very least, it will trade with his entire board, and then still leave me with a fresh 8/8 to really threaten my opponent with. No, not a Tiny Fin! How could you play a Tiny Fin? I see what you want to do. You want to make me cry so hard that I can't see the screen and therefore play worse. Because if he legitimately played that Tiny Fin and then just traded with Reckless Abandon, just to hope that the dragon blows up and kills the Tiny Fin, I mean, he is just effectively sacrificing a Tiny Fin for psychological warfare. And that is brutal. And that's exactly what he did. That is just... oh, I feel just disgusted that I even witnessed that. That is so cruel. That poor Tiny Fin. Good use of that Colosseum manager. And yes, I believe it happened. Ooh. Ooh, that is... oh, that's exciting. That's very, very exciting. There's the Flame Strike. I mean, it's going to cost full mana for now, but I think we can safely say at this point, I've probably got this covered. Yes, I did just use Flame Strike to roast a Raptor and a Tiny Fin, which maybe, just maybe, was overkill, but I want a lovely Summoning Stone, Fireball, boom, boom, boom turn of spammy awesomeness. Ah, I got robbed of it! How dare you, Lockwork? How dare you? Alright guys, there you go, a little bit of randomonium action. Though, actually exciting on the NA servers is the pack. Come on, give me a legendary. Please, the need is real. And the need was denied. Alright guys, mine's been Rage. Remember to like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Oh, goodbye.